fuck, I just lost my last video. Anyways, like I said previously, I'll just sum it back up. I don't necessarily know what the point of this channel is, but truly what it is, at least what my thoughts are as of now, are to just put my inside out there, put my views out there, and maybe be able to help another person, and also really just doing this for myself. So in 6 months, 8 months, a year, I can look back, see where I was physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and ask myself, did I really do it? Did I want it bad enough? Did I hold myself accountable? Outside, nice Florida weather right now. So 1 a.m., March 1st, 2026. I guess what's on my mind today is just thinking about the average man in 2026, seeing my peers. I'm 20 years old now. I'm at this age where I'm not a kid anymore. I'm a grown man. Yeah, 20's young, definitely. But, one second. Fucking neighbors are out here and shit. It's fucking lit always. But I guess what the point of all this is, and what I'm getting at mainly is, 20's young, but I'm a grown man, not a teenager anymore. Paying my own bills, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And at the end of the day, this is the age where if you want to make that mistake, you're going to have those legal consequences. You're going to have to deal with this, that, and the third. You're going to have to own up to your rights, own up to your wrongs, And I guess what I'm getting at is the average man in 2026. Seen a study recently that was talking about, don't quote me on this because I'm not going to bring up the fucking label or anything, or bring up the source, but an average teenager, what was it, in the 1970s, had, or maybe it wasn't even a teenager, I think it was like a 10-year-old boy had more testosterone than the average male now in their 30s in the United States, and it's just disgusting. It's sickening. I think so many people are focused on the wrong things, the materialistic things, this, that, and the third, and we all need that. We do need those things. We do need to worry about our financial freedom at the end of the day. That's the most important thing, it's up there, because without financial freedom, it's hard to achieve a lot of these other forms of freedom that we want. But to me personally, I think that it's just sickening. I'm seeing my peers. I'm at the age now, I'm 20, that they're not awoken. They don't have any collective measure in their minds as to what they want to do. I think a lot of people, at least my peers, they're very content. They don't have that drive. They don't have that fire inside of them. And I'm seeing this, not even just people I talk to. It's not just, oh, this is your problem because of the people you put yourself around. I've noticed it more and more with just people accepting normalcy, if that's the proper word, I'm not going to act like my IQ's that high and I'm a fucking genius and my vocabulary is great, because it's not. I'm just an average guy. But, people are just content. They're fine with being normal. They don't strive for better. But at the end of the day, where is that fire inside of you? Where's that passion? Where is that voice in the back of your head telling you need to do more, telling you need to be better, telling you need to try to constantly improve every single day? Every single day should be a battle, Fuck. Look at me, man. I'm out here at 1 a.m. Not on the right sleep schedule. I know that. I'm not perfect. I got so much legal shit going on. I'm fucking stressing the fuck out right now. I'm up at 1 a.m. walking around my fucking front yard. Can't even leave the fucking property due to all this legal shit. I'd like to go on a walk right now. I'd like to go on a run. Just walking around, pacing. smoking some fucking Chinese chemicals, hitting a Cool Man vape like a fucking chud. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm getting at? So I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. I'm not gonna act like I'm better than anybody. But just the average man in 2026 is disgusting. It's just constant dopamine addiction. Everybody I see, they're full of it. They're constantly doom scrolling. I've tried to point it out to my peers. Yo, let's do this, let's do that. They don't want to build these skills. They don't want to work on building discipline. They want to rely solely on motivation, and it's stomach turning in a way. I don't really know how to put it better into words. I'm doing all this in one take. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, it's just everybody's doom scrolling. They're constantly watching porn. You know, people are fucking sending money to OnlyFans models and shit. I've done the same shit, bro. I've been on Chatterbait a few times, you feel me? I've tipped some tokens. I've done degenerate shit. I've went to fucking those fucking massage parlors, and let me tell you what, they didn't just give me a massage, you know what I'm saying? I've been to the strip club. You know what I mean? We're not perfect at the end of the day, and it's putting these things into your body, you know, the constant vaping, the alcoholism, you know, a grown-ass man smoking weed every day just to function, putting all this caffeine into his body, all the fast food, the processed food, wondering why they feel like shit, haven't cooked a meal in 3 years, and it's just the average man today is just so much weaker, and I just see so much wasted potential around me. It's just heartbreaking, you know. And you know, I gotta fix myself 100% before I can even try to fix another person. But truly, all I want to do is I just want to see all my brothers win. You know, when I really like somebody, I don't, you know what I'm saying. When I have this friendship with them, it's like they're like a brother to me. I got love for them, you know, and I try to hold them accountable the same way I'd want them to hold me accountable, and that's what brotherhood's all about. And the average state of man, I'm not even going to go into women on this video. I could go on and on, but the average state of man in 2026, it's disturbing, you know. It's just video games, it's porn addiction. It's just the dopamine receptors of the average man are so fried, and it's so disgusting to see, you know, so much insecurity, and I can't even blame them. I'm not gonna act like I'm not filled with it here and there, but you know, I think a lot of this stems from not having purpose, and it's something we all need to try to find in life, no matter what it is. You need to try to have some purpose, something that makes you wake up in the morning, something that gives you that urge to succeed, something that pushes you forward even when you don't want to be pushed, you know. So what can I say? I truly think that with all this shit going on in the world, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen in the next 5 years. But all we can do for anybody if anybody ever does watch this or listens to this, all we can do truly is try to become better one day at a time. Whether that's, you know, financially, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, working on all these areas of life, you know. Like right now, I'm stacking up. I'm working on my financials. I'm trying to learn what can I do when I'm not at my 9 to 5. What can I do to make this money grow in a legal way? Because that's the main thing. I don't want to be having to do what I'm doing right now and pace around the front of my house because of the legal situation I'm in. You know, I don't want to be looking at myself in the mirror and just be disgusted, because I've been there before. I don't want to feel like mentally, you know, I'm not worth it, because at the end of the day, we all are worth something, and that self-love is so hard to achieve, and it's so real, and it's so hard to have that. But at the end of the day, the state of man in 2026 and humanity, it's not in a great place. You know, these people that control everything, they make our food, and they do this and they do that, and they allow us to basically be programmed and, you know, just get by the bare minimum. You need to try to escape that. As a man, you need to be constantly, looking around. You need to feel that fire inside of you. You can tell yourself, if you want to be normal and just be a normal guy and work a 9 to 5 and, just be another fucking NPC and never have those dreams and aspirations and actually work towards achieving them, then I don't even know why the fuck you're listening to me. But if you truly have that passion inside of yourself, I've known, and I know there's other people out here just like me, that when you were a little kid, when you're a teenager, whatever it is, you've always felt that fire inside of your chest. And maybe you've been successful and you've fallen off, in my case, and you have to build back, and whatever it is, I think a lot of us have that fire inside of our chests. A lot of us, we have the beliefs. We know we're able to do it, but we don't push ourselves. We get distracted. We don't have that purpose. We don't have that drive. You need to have that obsession. You need to have that constant obsession. If you want to be better, this is not a half-time job. This is not that. Every day, I'm constantly thinking about what I'm putting into my body. I'm constantly thinking about where do I want to be in 3 months? What do I want to look like? How much money do I want to have saved up? Where do I want to be mentally? I want to be at church more. I want to be in a better headspace. I want to have a better perspective on life, on the women around me, on almost everything. I want to be more knowledgeable, and I think that's just the state of man. We're so complacent. We're so used to just barely getting by, and we just accepted it, and it's just heartbreaking, I'm honestly I wish I had some more energy right now to get passionate about this shit, but yeah, it's 1 a.m. I think I might do some face cam vids next time. But yeah, the state of man in 2026 seems like it's only going downhill from here, and I know there's still a good 10, 20, maybe even 30% of us that are out here trying to become our best selves and actually making that effort. And I wish you guys the best, because at the end of the day, those are the type of people you need to keep around you. I will say, if you have 2 brothers with the same mindset as you, that'll be better than 30 close friends. 2 brothers, all it takes is even one person with the same mindset as you. You guys bounce that energy off of each other. You guys push each other. You guys hold each other accountable. That's all you need. You don't even need that. I don't even have that right now. And I just hold myself accountable. But imagine if I had that other person in my ear. And, no matter what it is in life, you need to not settle. Because whether you believe in God or not, we only have one vessel. We only have one life. And this is truly what you make it. And I can promise you that these years will fly, So, what can I say? Just heard some weird shit. I can promise you, I was 18. I got this case at 18. I'm 20 now, and it feels like it's only been 6 months because of how fucking, damn near shitty my situation's been and how I've been dealing with it. What can I say, though? I truly am blessed by God. Things are finally starting to turn around, and that's because I'm putting the effort in. And it's because how willing I am. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about similar topics in the future, but I think I'll cut it off here for now. I just want to stay motivated, get this off my chest. This is kind of my way of journaling, my way of dealing with this, and if anybody else ever hears this, I hope that I hope that you find that fire inside of you. I hope you start building that discipline. I hope you start trying to almost ascend, become better, do more, because you only have one life and time is so limited. And the last thing you ever want to do is be old and regret not doing enough because you wanted to watch reels. Ask yourself, out of those times you were doom scrolling, what reels do you remember from yesterday? You probably don't remember any. You're just wasting your life. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your potential. And we only get so much. The younger you are, the more potential we have. Every day, we have less and less time, less and less time, less and less time. So you have to really think, how are you spending your time? And that's the whole point of financial freedom. Being able to not have to trade our time for money. being able to live our life on our own means, being able to pick up food at the grocery store without having to check the price tag. And yeah, if anybody's watching this, just know I love you. God loves you. Keep doing good. And that's all for me. March 1st, 2026. Nate's out.